Brought Arthas, they bought Sonya and Kerrigan again. Looking good there for blue team. That's a couple of warriors, a support, a DPS, and a siege hero in position. On the other side of the map, we've got red with Uther. We've got the Witch Doctor Nazeeba. We've got ETC doing a little jig. We've got Illidan, the Betrayer, and we've got another Demon Hunter. Two Demon Hunters side by side here for red team.
All right. Well, we'll see what this team composition is kind of interesting though, because we've got a siege minion here, a siege hero here in Nazeeba that's going to be able to aggressively push down objectives very efficiently. But we have two huge damage dealers in Vala and Illidan.
Yeah, Vala is absolutely ferocious. She's my hero of choice these days when not playing as Nova. She can be so aggressive. She can just absolutely sustain in a lane like you wouldn't believe. Her whirlwind ability allows her to leech life from enemy minions, and she can really just, she's very tenacious, she's very tough. And I'll add as well, because she's Fury-based, she doesn't have to expend a lot of energy killing things with an area effect ability like Fury. She can be in the mine. She's a great hero for this map.
All right, so blue quickly takes control of vision here over towards the top lane, and they start to disperse as we have, looks like, what do we have down here? Nazeeba, Uther, and there was another minion over, or there was another hero over there. Was it, sorry? Thank you, Illidan, Uther, and Nazeeba down here in the bot lane starting to push. They're coming up against Malfurion, Sonya, and Kerrigan.
All right, here in the top lane, it looks like it's a pretty even fight between all of these heroes. Oh, wow. There's a big push down there in the bottom lane, or excuse me, yeah, in the bottom lane, they're pushing him back. Red's not doing too well here. Blue is absolutely in a good position, driving back red. They want to maintain control of that mine entrance. You can see it right there next to the train tracks. You want to maintain control of that so you can be first down in the mines, and then when the enemy comes down, you can sometimes get off a couple of easy hits before they manage to escape.
That's right. It does take a couple of seconds for you to pop down into the mines, and it's pretty clear that you can see when heroes are starting to move down there. ETC jumps in, does a little bit of dispersion, not able to get in that much damage, though. Arthas coming right back with a bit of stun for his own. Vala gets in some damage, but Arthas is quickly given a little shield.
Yeah, ETC can be fairly fearless in this kind of situation. He's got a lot of mobility powers, and he's in a position to go to, oh, wow, good hook there from Kerrigan, pulling in both characters. Uther in a little bit of trouble here. He's one of the hardest heroes in the game to kill, honestly, even as a support. His self-heals really keep him in the game. So you want to go for Uther in some ways, but in some ways you kind of don't.
Yeah.
In some ways he's very difficult to drop, and you can end up wasting a lot of damage just trying to drop him while he sort of walks away and heals himself back up to full.
And that is the most frustrating thing I've had playing this game so far. Yes, I'm going to kill Uther. No, he walks away for the 400th time in a row.
We have heroes, support heroes like Malfurion, much more vulnerable, much more fragile, can totally be dropped. Uther hiding out there in the bushes. Kerrigan doesn't like, she's going to go in there. Yeah, she's going to risk it. Uther just sort of dancing away. Malfurion trying to get the grab on Uther, doesn't manage to do it.
All right, so let's take a look here at the top lane as well, as it looks like that the engagements had kind of settled for a while. ETC does manage to heal himself back up. Vala actually only sitting around at half health, and ETC is going to start transitioning down to try and take vision. But the problem is, because Blue already knew about that, Arthas comes right in and just whacks him over the head with a sword.
That was quite a wind-up for Arthas. Pop in there, just lining him up for the shot. ETC does maintain control of the watchtower. You can see Gazlo's feeling that the mines are about to open. You can see the timer there at the top of the map indicating to all of these players that the mines will open in another 24 seconds. This gives everybody time to sort of figure out what they want to do. Blue, it looks to me like reasonably good control of the mine entrances.
Yes.
Not commanding, but still good position, and they're in a pretty happy place. Sonya just hanging down their bushes now, waiting for some damage to do. ETC in a little bit of trouble here, as it looks like 3 heroes closing in for the kill. He uses his mobility to escape. Vala vaulting away. Blue gaining the position, red scattering away.
So two interesting things happening right now. The mines are open, and our teams can actually have entrance to those. Red actually backed off and tried to take minions to get to push because they knew that Blue had control of the mines. But with that rotation down from ETC and Vala, it gave some pressure in the bot lane to allow, Arthas just snagging that kill.
Wow, and what a bloodbath they come into. It looks like Demon Hunter, Vala's in a lot of trouble right there. Down she goes. One hero down for red already. But Sonya is spinning in circles, damaging everyone she get her hands on. Illidan running for his life along with ETC. Kerrigan wants to kill so bad that she gets one in ETC. And down goes Vala as well. We've got 2 heroes down for red, and Blue pushing down there through the dungeon.
Blue is pushing, but look at what Uther's doing up here. Because of the siege minions that Red took just before the mines had opened, Uther has quite a bit of an ability to start striking against these towns. As we mentioned before, though, there are 100 skulls to be gathered down here in these mines, and 24 already belong to Blue.
Yeah, Blue is absolutely in a commanding position at this point. Red doesn't even anybody in the mines. They just had the first guy come down below. And Blue is doing the smart thing. They're not going for skulls. They're going directly for the Grave Golem. I haven't seen too much of this, but I thought we should be doing this for weeks, and they're finally doing it. That's awesome. They're going right for the Grave Golem. They're ignoring the skulls. Red, oh, I got to get some skulls. And they're down there looking for them. Meanwhile, look at all these skulls spilling out. Woo! Candy, candy for everybody. It's Christmas, and it's a Christmas of skulls for Blue.
And that's 54 skulls to 8 right now. So no matter what happens, when this Grave Golem actually does spawn, it is going to be more powerful for Blue right now.
Oh, look at Red. Where's the boss? What happened? He's all gone. Now, there's still a few Blue heroes down here, and Red is on their mounts, and they're in hot pursuit. Oh, I think they're making a couple kills here. I think they're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point with 63 skulls already, oh, Kerrigan's actually going to die for this, but she dies for her team, and Red's not really in a position to be able to aggressively move back up and start counter-pushing against what Blue is doing, and Blue is already going to have the more powerful Golem, so not a bad trade for them at all, even with Kerrigan dying.
Yeah, that was absolutely a good move. It really helped Sonya get away, honestly, at that point. I think that was absolutely the right move to turn and distract all those heroes, and rather than lose both of you, just lose one, and she picked her moment just perfectly there.
All right, so Blue doing a good thing once again. They're trying to take more minion camps right now. Like I said before, there are several objectives that you kind of have to decide and prioritize out. Blue did a great job early on of going through the mines. This is the last skull that's going to be gathered. The Grave Golem will start spawning here in just a little bit, but Blue's doing a nice job, not just with that more powerful Grave Golem, but taking many objectives across the map and continuing to push in multiple lanes.
Yeah, this thing makes it a lot more complicated for Red to have to deal with these siege giants at the same time they're dealing with the Golem. You can see some pretty big armies of creatures happening. You can see the summoning happening at the top of the screen. The bars are counting up as the summon of the Grave Golem is going to start to happen. If you look at the levels at the top of the screen, we've got 8 for Blue, 7 for Red. Still pretty even on the levels, but that's going to be quite a ferocious push, I think, in that top lane with those siege giants.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Nazeeba trying to do whatever. Well, no, actually, he's not trying to do whatever he can. He just runs away from the siege minions. He doesn't care.
Look at the size of that Grave Golem. That is one of the biggest Grave Golems I've seen in weeks.
Yeah.
Big blue crystals. Let's take a look at the Grave Golem on the other side of the map. He's pretty good. It's a good Grave Golem. It's nothing wrong with that Grave Golem. That's a good-looking Grave Golem right there.
I think the Blue Golem is trying to overcompensate for something. I'm not sure. All right, so this is a full 5-man push with a Grave Golem down here for Blue. So he's actually going to get in there and start tanking these towers, and he just doesn't care. You see how much health he actually has. It's going to take a really concerted effort from Red here, with only all 5 are actually down there to try and push this back.
I really like this move, all in this position here. They're in a powerful position. They're going to follow this Grave Golem, try to get as much damage as they can get done. They're risking some damage in the top lane, but with that Grave Golem being so small, I don't think it's that much of a risk. Blue absolutely pushing in. Watch for their pop here. Blue's going to hit level 10 before Red at level 8. That's going to give Blue access to their heroic abilities first, which could be absolutely pivotal in the coming team fight, depending on when it manages to pop. Wow, big battle here in the middle of the board.
And Uther walks away like he always does. All right, so the rest of Blue's moving through right now. Uther just can't stand and engage. He has to continue to heal himself over and over again, but this is a fort that could likely fall here in a second if Blue just decides to continue pounding away at it. It looks like they will get it. Let's check in top lane, though, and see how that Grave Golem is doing for Red. It's doing almost as much damage, to be honest.
Well, unopposed, it's not too bad. It still has good damage. You see Blue scattering away. They feel like they made their point here in the bottom lane. They got the town that they wanted, and looks like they're going to move up to deal with that Grave Golem in the top lane before it finally drops their town.
Yeah, to be totally honest, that wasn't as bad for Red as that could have been, you know? They're able to gain quite a bit here. They wreck the front of the town. Both the towers are gone, the gate is gone, the healing well is gone, and now we're just left with the actual fort itself.
Yeah, I really like that choice by Blue to push it as far as they did and then move off. And there's another camp grabbed by Red, and another, it looks like. That's really great move by these guys. Very aggressive considering their position. I like this response when they're down 2 levels.
Okay, but Blue's going to come charging in, and are they going to be able to disrupt this? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, Gazo actually just waiting in the bushes, and Vala sneaks on by. Will Arthas have enough stun? There's the ultimate. Gazo does some damage. Sonya comes back in for the kill. There we have it. Vala just melts.
Oh, my goodness. This is a horrible moment. There's Kerrigan's in a little bit of trouble. She pops her heroic ability. Malfurion popping his heroic ability. Everybody having a big battle here right around this king camp. Oh, wow, and there's a great move by Witch Doctor, channeling that ultimate into that position. And Red, a little bit of trouble here, trying to dance away. It was kind of a weird place for everybody to decide to die.
And a great jump in by Sonya right there. She actually stuns up both Nazeeba and Uther, but Uther walks away again. Never mind, I'm sorry.
He's totally fine. It's not a problem.
Oh, Uther. All right, so it's a 2-level advantage now for Blue, and once those mines come back up again, there's going to be some serious contention down there. And honestly, I think Red almost has to make a gambit and just go for that Grave Golem right now. They're losing quite a bit up top. They've not had any success there. They've got to split Blue's attention.
Whoa! There's Illidan going for the kill. Oh! And he skates away in the dungeon. Illidan wants blood. Here he goes. He's in hot pursuit. I don't think Kazlo can escape from Illidan. Wonderful, wonderful move. He attempts to use the dungeon that had juke away, but it doesn't save him.
All right, so Red now is in the mines, but Blue is using this as an opportunity to try and move back in. ETC just jumps right in and ults on top of everyone. Blue members falling all over the place, and Red is making a big stand.
Whoa, Blue, Sonya trying to get away, just spinning away, trying to escape. She's in pursuit by another Diablo character in pursuit. The Demon Hunter's chasing her down. Meanwhile, it looks like Arthas is a little bit of trouble there. Looks like he's managed to get away. Now he's going head-to-head against Demon Hunter. No, Arthas, this is not your happy place, buddy. There are way too many red heroes around. Good move, and there's the kill from Demon Hunter.
All right, so let's see if Red is actually just hightailing it for the mines right now. They've got a few seconds before most of the members of Red come back up, the Blue come back up. But here's the problem for Red. They've got a few members that are pretty low in health right now.
Really
this is a risky maneuver to try and gather these skulls.
They're very beat up, but Uther is moving into position. He's going to be a little out of place. He's going into the bottom location instead of the top, so he just popped down bottom. Red in pretty good commanding control of the mines at this point. They're hoovering up the skulls. They're up by 11. Blue is streaming in. They want to try to get something done. They have enough heroes that they can get down there, and as you said before, Red is still a little beat up down. You can see the health bars at the top of the screen. Bala is a little bit hurt. ETC is a little bit hurt. Illidan is a little bit hurt. This is not their happy place for what is inevitably going to be a game-turning battle in these mines.
Yeah, and if they were going to come down here, they had to gather a majority of those skulls right now. They've come close. They're already at 42 right now, but we'll see if they can get the rest.
Okay, Blue gathering up. Oh, man, you can see the battle developing on that mini-map around that boss. The last Blue hero is finally coming down. Everybody's gathered in position. Oh, wow.
Oh, a very interesting maneuver right there. And we won't say anything
Everything
else about
is normal.
it, apparently.
These headphones aren't that good. We got to pretend.
No, I understand.
So Blue in position out here. Red has decided they've got enough, that they've evened up the battle, and they can get more done up top. I love this move. Yeah. They've absolutely played it correctly. It's basically going to be even in skulls no matter what happens at this point.
That's right. So they gained a good advantage. They got out with all of their damaged heroes. They could potentially even move back in and try and take a couple more skulls. Now, looks like they're just going to take minion camps. I love this, actually, because they're continuing to press their advantage. The Grave Golems are going to spawn here in just a second, but there's still a few minions to actually kill down here. There we go. Finally, all the skulls are gathered, but Red is pushing pretty aggressively up top.
I love that move because they weren't confident they could win the team fight. They were very beat up. They knew that team fight would develop in the time it took them to gather that Grave Golem, so they just bailed out. They said, we got what we need. Let's see what we can get done up top and let them fool around down here just trying to be even with us.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing move. So fun.
And you remember what we said before, the Grave Golem spawns in the place where it died, and they are summoning right now. As you can see, Red just gathering around that blue Grave Golem. They're not going to let that go anywhere.
Yeah, they've really got to be on top of that. This is in a position they're not happy. There's a lot of shenanigans. They're just going to fight it to the death. Grave Golem popping up. It's a big-looking Grave Golem at this point. Moving forward, Red powering through that. Be fast. Let's look at the top lane and see what's going on. There's Siege Giants up there as well, and Gazlo trying to hold off this Grave Golem as he's pushing in towards this this very damaged town.
Yeah, and it looks like this fort is going to fall, so at least the Grave Golem is going to do some damage there. And this actually ends up being okay for Red, because the Grave Golem for Blue had already gone through a fort before and is now trying to just go against these turrets, but can't actually get anything done. So this effectively ties things up.
Look at the levels. Look at the levels. They're right back in it. This was where they were behind, and they're right back in this game because of those moves they did earlier in the mines. Red, it looks like, is making a serious effort towards the bottom position, while Blue is still trying to deal with this Grave Golem up top.
And looks like just one more hit.
Oh!
Grave Golem doesn't get it. That turret will stand for the time being, at least.
Wow, Blue is pushing along here at the top. I think they're going to get this one with the Siege Giants in support. I don't think there's anything Red can do. Red is scattered. They're down towards the bottom. They are grouping up, and they are closing in. This looks like this could get ugly up here in this top position. Let's see if Blue sticks with it. If Blue gets their heels dug in here, this could be quite a battle. They're gathering in the bushes.
And here comes Uther, the man who doesn't die. ETC jumps right in, and immediately someone from Blue is just destroyed. Fala goes down right away as well. And the Nazeeba ultimate here has actually been doing a pretty decent job of being able to zone out Blue for the majority of this fight. But in the end, we've had a 2 for 2. Nazeeba trying to get away. He finally ends up falling.
Wow, huge battle. 3 heroes down on both teams. Uther actually in trouble a little bit there. He's a little low on health. ETC trying to get away. He does Uther, he's fine. He's fine.
Oh yeah, no, Uther walks away. So, honestly, with that principle, you should just jump straight into the middle of them because they can't do anything to him. Can he do it? Uther walks away again.
Unbelievable!
Oh, I love it! I love it! Uther just shakes his face. And all logic, I walk away!
Unbelievable.
Can we make that his tagline? I walk away.
We'll put that in the audio next week. Just the minute he survives, I walk away. It is Blue grabbing a camp here. Good move by Blue. Still very even on the levels. Blue with an advantage there briefly in that top lane, but they held it.
Yep,
they absolutely held that position, and they didn't get what they needed out of that. That Grave Golem is frighteningly close there, isn't it?
Yes,
That's going to be a scary one. This next camp, and here we go. 9 seconds, 8 seconds left. Red already going below. Blue trying to move into position where they can go below. It looks like they're all going to go into the same entrance at this point.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see teams set up a little ambush there, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Nazeeba gets caught out. Nazeeba doing a lot of damage, though, and that actually may prevent Gazlo from being able to jump down into the mines, but Blue is actually going to take the opportunity. They're giving up the skulls underneath for now, and they're just trying to push for objectives.
Wow, Blue thinks they can get it done. I like this strategy. This is fasting, and Red sensing the danger, sending some people home. They've got a couple guys coming back, including ETC, going to try to punish them for this move while they keep some guys below. Good division of the team. ETC using his mosh pit ability right there to cause everybody to dance. He gets a little bit of time. The town does go down. Uther saves ETC with his ultimate ability. 3 heroes up top trying to fight off this massive push from Blue. Red scattering back a little bit, but they are sort of slowing down this position. Uther, you're fine. Don't worry about it, buddy. You can make it.
Yeah, he gets tickled by Kerrigan a couple of times, but ultimately he'll be all right. A fort does fall, though, and that means there's only 1 fort remaining for Red. Blue has done a very nice job of aggressively pushing these objectives. They are down on skulls right now because only 27-0, but Red was forced to pull everyone back. No! Uther! Why? Why?
And Red pushing back at this point, scattering Blue away. Looks like another kill. Whoa! Great move by Sonya. She jumps in. ETC manages. Oh, I don't know. Oh! Down she goes. Red in great position here.
Oh! A shot from Gazlo from the side. He may end up paying for this. No, Vala can't get close enough. Nazeeba can't stun her either. And looks like Gazlo's just going to walk away. Siege minion pushing down here in bot.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. They got really nothing to contest at this point. The Siege Giants doing some damage down there. Down in the mines below, everybody's just completely abandoned them at this point to try to deal with that giant battle. Gazzo a little bit hurt here. Ooh, he's feeling a little frisky not to be going back to heal up at one of those healing wells. But he's going to move towards the bottom lane. Red sending a hero down below to try to collect some of those skulls.
And it looks like he's just going to rely on Malfurion down there to give him a little bit of support.
That works too.
Yeah, not too bad. They are going to take this mercenary camp, though, which is a very cool maneuver because Blue has so much pressure everywhere. If they can successfully take this and then get back, heal themselves up, be ready to re-engage in a bit, Blue is still going to have a significant amount of pressure. I do want to say, though, I think that it's Malfurion that actually jumped down into the mines. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Nazeeba down to the mines down beneath, and he is starting to push these back and start to gather some skulls.
That's a really good choice to send Nazeeba down. He can't do as much up top. He is one of our sort of classic Siege-style heroes we started to put into the specialist category. Right. And Nazeeb has a lot of AoEs and a lot of ability to deal with those minions.
All right, well, Red's pushing pretty aggressively down here, and as we see, it's 49 skulls to 0 in the mines. So all Red has to do right now is hold on, and if they take out Gazlo on top of this, that would be fantastic, but it looks like he's going to sneak away.
Yeah, really well done. Oh, big fight developing here. Kerrigan getting the hook going in, Vala dancing away, ETC moving away. They do manage to grab those Siege Giants.
Oh! Sonya jumps right on top, but Vala still manages to sneak away. ETC jumps in there, doing some pretty good damage. Malfurion ends up dying.
Wow, what a battle. Vala is really in trouble there. She can't take any more hits, but she's got to stay and try to help her team. Red scattering from what looks like a certain Blue victory. Another hero goes down.
And the Nazeeba ult pops in, but it immediately gets stunned. And almost everyone is down for Red. Just Vala remaining. She's got to heal back up, but her against 4 members of Blue, I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Oh, this is looking really bad. That is the Palace. They're on it. There's not enough to protect it. I think they just need to right-click it, and they will absolutely get it. They're beating away on it. Right-click the Palace. You can do it. Kerrigan's in a lot of trouble. She's dancing away. Vala wants to kill her so bad. She wants to get the kill.
Oh, but can't quite grab it. Oh, she comes right back in. Vala sneaks away with her vault, though, and she stays alive, but this core is getting very low.
Oh, Vala really driving them back all by herself at this point. Oh, Arthas is a little bit out of position. Arthas, look out, buddy! Down he goes!
And Arthas gets off one more shot. That core is exposed, but it looks like no one is sitting
Everybody's
down there
dead.
in the mines.
Everybody is dead.
Okay, let's look down at bot lane real quick, if you don't mind. So it looks like we have some siege minions pushing. This is actually pretty effective for Red. They've actually been gaining some pretty good experience while this has been going. They've been pushing downtowns pretty effectively. It's 2 forts to 1 at the moment, but Malfurion's coming in to stop that.
Wow, and red is all back up, and blue is still down. Look at those death timers at the top of the screen. That is absolutely huge. Red is moving into position. Let's see what they're going to do with this advantage. They haven't dropped any of those last towns. They're going to go for the mines. They are. They're going to go for the mines. They're going to have probably the world's biggest grave golem if they can get this done.
And that may very well turn around the game for them, but they've got to split their attention because inevitably, as soon as they get wind of this, blue is going to start pushing.
Yeah, and that top lane is so vulnerable right now. It's completely exposed. You can see they've actually left a hero behind. They've left Nazeeba there to try to hold the line and push those minions back and protect that position. While down below, red is absolutely cleaning house.
All right, it looks like Red is going to start going for that Grave Golem right now. Of course, they have complete control of all the skulls down here, so they have to split their attention between what's happening up top and what's happening down bottom. But Blue, honestly, is not pressuring anywhere. They're taking minion camps right now, and no offense, this minion camp is going to pale in comparison to that enormous Grave Golem in a second.
You're totally right. Obviously, you want to kick those camps, but the timing incredibly matters. They're wasting a bunch of time on those camps. Those camps are going to pay off for a little bit. Oh, my goodness. I hope the game doesn't crash. I have never seen a Grave Golem this big in my entire life.
We're actually not
red with the 100 skull Grave Golem.
We're actually not joking. I've never seen a 100 skull Grave Golem
does it
before.
Work? Oh, please.
Oh, boy.
Please. We've tested this, right? Everything's okay.
Okay, here we are. This game is in alpha. I just want to remind everyone
totally
right
alpha. now. Nobody panic. It's all right.
All right, Blue's pushing in. They've got that one last fort remaining right now. They've got some pressure in top lane, but that's until this Grave Golem spawns, and it's coming up right now.
I wonder what will happen to that tower when it spawns. Oh! Its very presence destroyed the tower. Look, just looked at it and it went down.
Look at that health bar up at the top between the two Grave Golems right now. And Blue is pushing pretty effectively. The fort goes down. They're going to try and make a move on the core while the Grave Golem for Red is pushing up top.
Oh, unbelievable. This is so close right now. Their Golem is almost down. Big battle going in the middle. Gasload in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. There's the ultimate going off on Sonya. She's spinning around in circles. Red tried to close it for the kill and get something done.
Oh, man, Red, loses Nazeeba. Nazeeba cries out in shame there for a second. Uther does not walk away this time. He ends up falling. And the rest of Blue trying to push through. ETC sneaks away. He's going to regen his health here in just a second while continuing to do damage. And what is that Grave Golem doing on top real quick? No, it's not going to be enough. The palace falls.